We're at our favorite Chinese restaurant having lunch. My wife runs a home business where she sells kitchenware and culinary stuff, and she's got a blog. I'll put a video in the description down, or a link in the description down below. The Orginal Galley Girl, and you're further along in your business than I am in mine.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, so she's actually got tax services that handle everything. She does payroll taxes and personal income taxes. And once a month, we go out to dinner and write it off as a strategy planning session.
Yes. Yes, to get paid to eat and strategize.
Yeah.
Take deducted from our taxes.
Yep. So that's what we're doing today, and I don't know how helpful I am, but I am the social media consultant.
My consultant and my sounding board. It's very important. I have ideas that I think are really great, and then he'll be my sounding board and tell me, yeah, that's a great idea, move forward with it. Or, that's kind of stupid, stop.
No, I don't ever say that.
No, but you should, if it's true.
But sometimes it helps if you're running your own business, even if you're not getting a lot of feedback from the sounding board. Sometimes it helps just to say things out loud.
Yes.
You know, you have an idea in your head that makes sense, and sometimes when you start talking through it, you find some holes in the plan.
Exactly. Yes.
So anyway, that's what we're doing. Did I decide I'm having Mushu chicken?
Something like that.
What are you having?
I am having General Tso's chicken.
Yeah,
I feel a little spicy today.
Okay, it's not that kind of video. Anyway, that's what we're doing. We're going to eat, and then we'll figure out the rest of our day from there. Hey, welcome to Part-Time Hustle. On this channel, we talk about saving money, and making that money grow. And today I want to talk about something that's very important for entrepreneurs, and that's tax deductions. Now, I'm not a tax expert. I'm not giving advice, but as you saw in the intro, my wife's in business for herself, and we do write some things off, and she has a tax firm that takes care of her taxes for her and advises us on tax-related issues. And that's the only advice I'm going to give in this video, is that if you haven't already, you should consider hiring a tax professional if you are running a business out of your home. I did want to talk about some important tax deductions, though, that people should be paying attention to, and I'm going to put a link down below to the article. I found an article by Quickbooks, and it's titled 10 Commonly Overlooked Tax Breaks for the Self-Employed. So there's 10 of them, but I'm not going to talk about all 10. I just want to highlight a few of them. I think it's 6 or so that I'm going to highlight. And the first one is startup cost. And I assume what usually happens is people ease into their business venture. And it may be 18 months, maybe 2.5 years before they reach a point where, I got to pay taxes, and I got to get a tax consultant and get this figured out. And they didn't keep track of any of the things that they bought to get their business up and running, any of the money that they invested to get it started. If you have to go out and buy a new computer, buy a printer, any of those things, if they're for your business, you should be able to write them off. But oftentimes we buy those things early on, and then a year and a half later, we don't have receipts. We can't remember where we bought it, how much we paid for it. And so we just kind of lose that deduction. So get yourself a tax professional early in your entrepreneurial career, and pay attention to your startup costs. You can write that off. The next thing I wanted to touch on was retirement plans. And again, I am not a financial expert either. So I'm not telling you which type of plan to open, but if you consult with a financial expert, they will tell you which plans you can open that will allow you to put money in there pre-tax, basically. You can write it off. we do it if we work for somebody else. I've got a 401k at work, and the money I put in there, I don't get taxed on that money. It just goes in there. So just because you're self-employed doesn't mean that you lose all the benefits of being able to have a 401k or a Roth IRA or something. You can set those up on your own, and you can get the tax benefits without having an employer do it for you. But you've got to get some advice, some counsel, and do it the right way. I think that's pretty important, especially if you're younger. My wife and I didn't really get into investing for our retirement until we were older. And I oftentimes look back on my 30s and 20s and think, man, if I'd have just started then. So if you're at that age and you're self-employed, get that Roth going, get some sort of a retirement plan going, and put some money in it every month. The next thing I'd like to talk about, or that they talk about, is capital expenditures. And this is, again, where having a tax consultant to help you is important, because I don't think the average person knows everything that would fall under this umbrella. What is a capital expenditure? Of course, the simplest definition is that it's hard goods that you need for your business. So if you need a car, that would be a capital expenditure, I believe. But again, I don't know everything that falls under that umbrella. That's why we have a tax consultant, and my wife says, here's the things we bought this year, which ones qualify, and they tell us which ones qualify. But you want to make sure that you're doing that. The next one that caught my attention was vehicle cost. On this channel, we talk a lot about reselling, and I follow a lot of other resellers on YouTube, and I don't know how many of them are and how many of them aren't. But if you're driving miles and miles every day to go sourcing for goods, you can write that off. You're putting wear and tear on your car, and if you're not writing it off, you're doing yourself a huge disservice, because you're going to have to maybe replace your car much quicker than the average person. So your vehicle cost should be tax deductible. The next one is education and training. And this is important because I think a lot of us don't go out and invest in ourselves to take courses or buy books that we can learn from. But those kind of things can be written off. I follow a guy that does junk removal. So when he goes out and invests in his truck, buys a new trailer, buys a bigger trailer, something like that, he's investing in an asset, he can write that off. We are also an asset to our company. And so when we're investing in ourselves, we can write that off as well. And the last one I'll talk about, it's the last one on their list, and it's home office deductions. Now, in my case, and I can't say whether it's going to work in your case, but I know that my wife writes off square footage from our home because she's using that as her office. She writes off part of our internet bill, and when she needs a new desk or a new lamp or a new printer or new shelves, any of that stuff that is in her own home office is deductible for us. It should be for you as well. Anyway, that's pretty much the crux of this video. I just wanted to touch bases with y'all. Tax season's coming up, so it may be a little bit too late to start doing some of this stuff for tax year 2021, but certainly we're going into tax year 2022, and throughout 2022, be smart and take advantage of every write-off that you can. Until next time, guys, work hard, work smart, and success will follow.